I don't know.
Welcome to the Denim and Pearls podcast. Business casual conversation laced with pearls of wisdom. Casual, authentic, unscripted dialogue about life, work, and entrepreneurship with the perfect blend of laughter and seriousness. Pull up a chair, kick back, and lean in as we welcome your hosts, Michelle Ross and Brian Swanson.
Welcome. We have got a show for you today.
Well, maybe.
What? There's no maybe about it. We're going to talk it into existence. Now,
Hello.
I'm Brian Swanson.
My name is Michelle Ross.
And we are Denim and Pearls.
We are business casual.
With pearls of wisdom.
From the proverbial porch, because I forgot to change the sign. It still has my face up there.
No. That's all right. The logo covers it up anyway. But they all know all they care about is my shiny face. I mean, our shiny faces.
My face isn't shiny. Do you see shiny? Oh, thank you very much. So today's topic is...
I got to find my thing. Well, there we go.
I went to a garden party. Now, if you have not heard that song... To
reminisce with my old friends.
Look it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's who sings that? It's an old guy.
Ricky Nelson.
Ricky Nelson, like super duper famous.
Yep.
Hi, Helene. Thanks for joining us. So went to a garden party with all my old friends. And basically what we're talking about today is how my phone picked up on my computer.
Being interrupted is what we're talking
about. What is the line in that song that we pulled out?
I don't recall.
What?
Oh my goodness, I totally forgot what it was.
I went to a garden party.
Anyhow, the story behind, if you actually listen to the song and you actually look it up and find out what's going on with the song, there's a part in there where Ricky Nelson actually got booed off a stage, and he learned from his experiences. And where to go?
But it's all right now. I learned my lesson well. You see, you can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself.
That's really where the line comes from. And then if you dig back into the history, you find out that he was actually booed off stage. Well, as a performer, as a rock star, being booed off a stage is probably not a good thing. And it probably doesn't make you feel good.
It's never good to be booed off stage.
So that's what we want to talk about today. But before we do that, we've got to thank our sponsors.
Yes, we do. So thank you so much to our sponsors. iBuildSEO.com. They're our mid-roll sponsor. You'll see and learn more about them later. Then we have Ink182.com. Ink182 is our screen printing and a embroidery group that does our shirts and does our cute little logo on our background and all that kind of thing. But you only see those when we're out and about and you meet us in person. Then we also have A2promos.com. They're all of our swag needs. Then whenever you need something for your swag, that's what you want to go to, A2promos.com. Then we also have EuropeanHeels.com/discount/Marcel. European Heels are the cork heels that I wear all the time. If you ever see me live in person and on stage, I'm wearing European Heels because they are that comfortable. And if you want to learn more about that, then go talk to Marcel. And then, of course, we have EmbellishButterfly.com. Embellish Butterfly, what they do there is they pretty much bling out anything. Things. So I've got the mugs. I've got my little wine mug, and I've got bracelets and things like that, but they will bling out anything. And I know I talked to her about blinging out my tux. So really, they can bling anything.
Sweet.
Anyone else? Okay, Denim and Pearls, you get to do this one.
Okay, so if you would like to be a sponsor and like to take this trip with us down whatever lane we're going to success with Denim and Pearls, please email us over at denimandpearlspodcast@gmail.com. You can also check out a little bit more about us over at denimandpearlslive.com.
And if you're part of our tribe of Denim and Pearls on Facebook, you will find out that we are now accepting
interviews.
Yes. So if you've been watching our show and went, I really would love to be on Denim and Pearls with Brian and Michelle, now you have a place to do it. Yep. Go to denimandpearlslive.com and go to our calendar link. It's not
on there yet.
It will be, but right now it's on our fan page on Facebook.
Yep,
go there tribe. And get on the tribe page and say, hey, I want to be on. And what we're doing is we'll talk to you and then we'll find out what you want to talk about. And then we will go through the process of getting you on the show.
Yep. All those fun things. So that's a new thing to add. It's a new cool announcement. But if you're part of the tribe, you get first dibs at it. So definitely check it out. And you'll know what we mean. If you're part of the tribe, you'll know what that is. And then, of course, what we doing?
We'll put the link of the tribe inside of this chat so you can see it.
Yep.
And for those of you who are only listening on all your happy podcast platforms, it'll be in the comments somewhere below.
Somewhere. Anyhow, find us on Facebook. So subscribe and like over at Denim and Pearls on YouTube, Facebook, and Rumble, and many of your other things such as Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and et cetera, et cetera. Let's get out of that. So
I went to a garden party.
To reminisce with my old friends.
And if you can't please everyone, you've got to please yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Why in the world did we get to that topic? Because in business and in life, it's really what balances our lives. That's what makes us do or do not do things. A lot of us need affirmation, I guess you can say.
Kind of.
And sometimes when we don't, we pull back and we don't jump towards our dreams and what we really want to do.
Well, I think we've also talked a lot about it, because the part where, when we put it up on the thing, we're talking about quantity versus quality and the perception of those. Okay. So that's kind of the generic way of talking about what we're talking about. But the other side of it is too, we always talk about how much do you believe in yourself? How confident are you about yourself? And if somebody says something about you, do you take it to heart? Do you walk around with it driving you crazy all day long?
I want to say, take me to heart.
Right. Or do you just say, the heck with them, and you just keep right on moving and you move along, no matter what anybody says. Now, I know it's a difficult thing to say, this person chastised me, this person didn't see their value in me, or see my value, whatever. And then just let it eat you up. I mean, really is what it comes down to.
As a coach, I see this a lot. I meet a lot of people who come through and say, I really, really want to do this. But when I was 7, something happened. Or when I was in high school, that girl didn't like me. She picked the football player or whoever. And they use those kind of setbacks where someone didn't like them for who they are, to hold them back from everything else they've done in life. And what we have to do in order to move you past that comfort zone, that fear that you have of stepping into being who you are instead of who you think the world wants you to be, that's where the power comes in.
I make this real simple, because you took that into a whole new level of training and stuff.
That's what I did.
I know that. All I can think of is, here's a couch and here's your diagnosis.
What?
If you're a psychologist, psychiatrist, whatever those people are, here's your couch. Now tell me your story. Now here's your diagnosis. Because you've let things, and I shouldn't really laugh about it, because that's actually a serious topic.
Yeah.
But I also look at the fact of, I've never understood personally how in the world somebody can carry something, unless it's majorly tragic, from the time they were 10 into their 40s and their 50s, and let it affect them every single day.
And as a coach, I know there are very incredibly successful people, and they don't mean for that to be holding them back, but it does at a subconscious. It's what makes them do, ooh, I don't know. And they don't even know that it's that point in their life. As a coach, we go back into their time. It's almost like psychology, basically. But we go back and we say, well, why did that happen? Why do you think that? And we just keep going with the whys, going backwards. And it tends to be something very, very simple. And they do, holy smokes, Susie screwed me up that much. I mean, really. And that's what happens. They're like, oh my gosh, that's when I stopped. That's when I stopped, volunteering to do stuff, because I was so embarrassed when I missed that word. I mean, it's so subtle. And that's why when we're talking about if you can't please everybody, you got to please yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Stop playing small in your business. So what this first half is, we talk about your business. Second half, we talk about life. So in the first half, let's talk about in your business, when you're doing something, you look at, let's say you're in an MLM and someone else in your group is doing phenomenal. Oh my gosh, they are just going crazy out there. They're doing really well. And you're like,
and they have the key to this is they have the same resources that you do.
They have everything the same, but they're doing better. And you look at them doing, I can't do that. Well, they have the same things. Well, that's not in me. I can't please my people. This group doesn't buy. No one buys from me. They only buy from that person. And the thing is you're trying to please other people. Stop pleasing other people and do what you would want. And you would draw the people you would work with, you would click with.
Hmm?
And that's where that song kind of clicked with me, is you can't please everybody. So please yourself, because you are your best customer.
Well, the perfect analogy from that song, you can't please everybody, you got to please yourself. I've DJ'd for many, many years.
Mhm.
Okay. And the proof is in the pudding. Even when it comes to the song, the proof is in the fact that I cannot please everybody in the room, because not everybody is going to like the same dance song. Not everybody's going to like
Is he
the same
playing rap
slow song.
again?
Wouldn't be the first time.
That's what we hear. Is he playing disco again? Why is he
Right.
playing country? And then you get country on, they do, why are they playing country again?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can't please everybody.
And I'm one of these ones that I'm very diverse in my music when I play. And I think you would agree with that, because like you said, I go from rap to rock to country to hip hop to whatever the case may be. And there's always somebody in the room that wants to say, why don't you do this? Why don't you play this song? Because that other song sucked. Okay. So it's just proof in the pudding. Like I said, that's an old saying, I think, isn't it?
Hi, Ben. Hi, Kim. Ben.
I don't know who's on. I can't see any of that stuff.
I saw Helene say hi, Ben, and hi, Kim.
And we're wearing Helene's favorite color, black.
Oh,
I thought her favorite color was purple.
Purple root beer, purple pen. No, it's not her favorite color.
Okay.
Anyways.
Either way. So what take us into what really brought this topic up today?
I have no idea.
I do.
Okay, then bring it.
Because you spent a whole day mulling about it. I think I know what it was. There was somebody you are so used to, and everybody I think that's out there in our audience will agree, this is the perfect face. She gets compliments constantly. She's always the best at that. And everybody just loves her to death. And then one person comes along and says, you suck. Not quite so bad.
They didn't say I suck. They said I was too much.
Too much.
Now, if you know me and you've watched my story, anyone telling me I'm too much, you wait. Because my thing is I was playing smaller for this person so that I could help.
Right.
And playing small, I was too much. You think I was too much then? You wait. I'm bringing it. And so really, that's really...
It sounds like a challenge.
It is a challenge. And so that's really what came about it is, yeah, it's too hot in the hot tub. I am done.
Mm-hmm.
And I told my husband about this the other day. I'm like, sometimes I shine bright. I'm very gregarious. Gregarious, is that the word? Anyways.
I'll have to look that one up. Gregarious.
I'm
there we
gregarious.
go.
And it's part of my personality. It's something I can't control. And most of my life, even in my business, whenever I thought I was about to pass someone, especially someone in front of me, I've been on a lot of MLMs. If I was about to pass them in sales, I would literally stop selling so I wouldn't pass the person in front of me. Why? Out of respect? I don't know what it was. And thank you, husband. And that was the thing, was I would pull back in order for other people to do what they did well without overshining them. And what I found in my journey in business is what separated me is being me. I kept trying to please all the other people around me in the business, and it played me small.
Okay,
now,
so
here's
wait
the
a
thing.
minute,
I got to finish this thought before it falls on my head. So the thing is in your business, when you feel like you're pulling back in order for other people to succeed, keep going. Because if you keep going and you succeed, you're bringing them with you anyways. So don't play small.
And I agree with all of that. I only wanted to stop you because of the fact that one of the things that we talked about was quantity and quality.
Yes.
Okay. And the perception of that. Okay. So you bring a lot of quality to everything that you do. I think we all do in some way, shape, or form, but sometimes some people's perception, because of whatever they grew up on, whatever their hangups are, whatever their stoppers are.
Like we talked earlier about whatever happened to them when they were a kid and they're holding on to it. That's what's coming out.
It was always mommy and daddy's fault, but.
Or Susie, who didn't go out on a date with
you. Oh yeah, that's true. I was one of those ones who in the roller rink stayed on one side of the wall and never got picked anyhow.
I'm telling you.
I don't know do you remember those days?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of diverted on this, but you remember those days in the roller rink?
Yeah.
Did you do roller rink?
I used to always hold on to someone else who knew how to skate.
Well, where the guys lined up on one side and the girls lined up on the other side, and then the guys had to go around and choose, or the girls had to go around and choose some guy or something like that. I always ended up standing there.
Oh,
going,
we never did that. We just kept skating. Well, remember, I didn't care for boys when I was growing up, but I never paid attention to them. So
well, the same was true in dodgeball and kickball and all those other kind of stuff.
That's different.
It's all it's that hand selection. You always want to be the first, but you definitely don't want to be the last. And I was always the last. Yeah, I think it's just pretty face.
And see, my thing is, I never waited for anyone to pick me. I just went.
So
I was good that when they were picking the teams, I'd be in the line. I'd do, pick me. I'm going over there, and I would just go.
Red Rover, send Michelle right over.
I do. You want me on your team? Trust me, and I would just go.
So
I never waited to be chosen.
So back to that perception. We all look at we can't please everybody. Not everybody is going to love you, Michelle. Not everybody's going to love me, and not everybody's going to hate me.
Well, I know a lot of people who actually hate me.
Well, right. So how do you when it comes to, especially into the business side of it, you've got to keep building your business, and you have to do what's right for you. And the heck with the rest of them. No, the hell with the rest of them.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it's what it comes down to.
Well, and that what happened to me the other day, the catalyst is I was playing small in order to help someone else. I did not want to compete. Well, guess what?
It sounds like there's competition
now. I'm going to go do what I wanted to do. I wasn't going to because I wanted to collaborate. Now I don't have to collaborate. Now I can go do what I wanted to do.
All right. Let's talk more after the break. How's that?
Stay tuned.
Where's my thing?
Oh, share live.
Share the live. Yes.
Contractors, do you need better cash flow, quality leads, better projects? Rise above your competition by proving you do better work. Make a solid first impression with strong reviews. Establish your credibility by showcasing your skills. Extend your reach so you can land better jobs with better clients. iBuild SEO will set you up for success with your search engine optimization, website development, social media marketing, content marketing, reputation management, review request system with the power of more, utilizing the construction contractors digital dominance method. Book your time to speak with us today at ibuildseo.com and click on the Get Started Now button.
Thank you for joining us on the porch. We share the nuances and lessons we've garnered from throughout our combined 40 years of life experiences. Talk from the porch is always serious, but full of laughter, and we're glad you're here with us. Like, share with a friend, and please subscribe to our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. And remember, join the conversation every Friday at noon Mountain Time. We'll see you on the porch. Welcome back to Denim and Pearls. My name is Michelle Moroz.
And I'm Brian Swanson. Had to think about that for a minute.
Okay. Well, if you are watching, you know you're watching Denim and Pearls. We are business casual.
With pearls of wisdom.
From the porch. And now we're on our second half. So the first half, we said, in business, don't play small. If that's what you want to do, go do it. You cannot please everyone. You've got to please yourself. You've got your dreams. You've got your goals. Go do it. Now we're on the second half. And oh, by the way, hi, Key in Hawaii. Key's in Hawaii. He's my brother in Hawaii.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yes.
I learned something new about you every day.
Yes. Anyways, second half, we go into the personal side. And I'm wearing my shirt because, I just came from the gym. Well, you don't know that, but he knows that because he can probably smell me.
You're not.
Anyways.
You're not supposed to tell him that.
No, because I want to show him the shirt.
Oh,
kind of vintage, gracious. Kind of savage. Why am I wearing this shirt? Because in the personal world, yes, I told you I was going to flash and you didn't believe me. Anyways.
That's the part I'm laughing about it a little bit rosy in the cheeks over. Look at my shirt.
Look at my shirt. Kind of vintage, kind of savage. So the reason I'm wearing this shirt, and I love the shirt so much, it's from Old Lady Gaines, by the way. And the reason I love the shirt on the personal side is, as we grow older and as we do things in our lives, we think, well, I can't do that because I'm older. And to please society, I can't wear that because I'm older. Yeah, we're kind of vintage, but I'm kind of savage.
I was actually reading a Facebook thing the other day that says you need to keep up with the trends of your age when it comes to clothing.
I'll make my own.
In other words, you shouldn't be, if you ain't skinny, you shouldn't be wearing skinny jeans at age 60.
Wear what looks good on you.
Exactly.
No judgment. Wear what's good on you. I mean, I can tell you, I am in better shape now than I've ever been in my life. And the world says as you get older, you're supposed to get sicker and start hurting and gain weight, blah, 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 blah. It's a choice. Do what you want to do. So kind of vintage, kind of savage. Own the fact that you have the grace to grow older. A lot of people don't have the chance to wake up. So own that. Be happy about it.
Oh, yeah, you're off topic now.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm still on it. I am so on not pleasing other people. You got to please yourself. Take care of yourself.
Well, we talked about quantity. I want to go back to the quality thing.
I'm out of M&Ms. Okay, quality, quantity. Go ahead.
Yeah. So even if, I mean, you doing what you do as a speaker and a coach and stuff like that, you don't exactly sell a product where 100,000 pieces of product go out. Okay. There's no quantity there.
Yeah, there is.
There's usually one interaction or several interactions with people, but there's one product kind of thing. I don't know how the hell I'm trying to say this, but it makes sense to me in my head. How's
Okay.
that?
I've got online courses. I've got products that say unapologetic. I do have product.
But you don't have quantity of product.
I don't need to. I don't want to.
So
it's my choice not to do it.
Right. Like I
So
said, you're not selling 100 widgets.
So what are you talking about? Are
Well,
you
a
talking
lot
about
of-
people who are selling, like, I don't know,
We just call them widgets.
some widget of some sort?
Right, 'cause a lot of times-
makeup or diet shakes or whatever it may be.
Let's put it this way. I'm thinking about food right now. It's about that time of the day.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
So if you're a person out there and you make a barbecue sauce and it's great and it's super and it's fantastic and everybody wants it, and you go into business and you start distributing that product, and then you find a manufacturer says, well, we can do it cheaper.
Mhm.
We can make much more for less money.
Oh, that's where you're going.
Now we're talking quantity as opposed to quality, because it lost its original quality.
No, that's only if you allow it to lose its original quality.
Right, but you got to pay for it. And when you start paying for things, that's kind of what happens in the world of food a lot of times, because they put the preservatives in it to make it last longer. It takes away from the original.
What the
Yes.
heck are you talking about? Quality and quantity.
It's quality and quantity, because quality, when you are by yourself producing it out of your own kitchen or your own garage and you're sending it out there, the quality is phenomenal. And that's what people are buying. Well, then when you turn around and you decide to distribute it by the hundreds of thousands and the millions, there's some producer out there or some manufacturer says we can do it cheaper. Well, now your quality
No, that's
can
only
go down.
only if you choose for your quality to go down. I'm thinking, let's say it's like Chick-fil-A. Okay, I'm going to pick on a company. Chick-fil-A started out of someone's kitchen, someone's grandma's recipe or whatever it was, right?
Mhm.
And they kept their quality no matter how big they got.
Right.
Then you've got something like, let's say, McDonald's, who were also out of a kitchen, made their burgers. And as they got bigger and bigger and bigger, their quality went down. It is a choice on what you do in order to mass produce.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. And I agree with you.
And so if you want to keep your quality, keep your dang quality.
If you want to pay for it.
If you want to pay for it. And then in this day and age, when you're paying minimum wage at $18 or whatever ridiculous number it is, good luck on that.
Well, then we have to flip it to the other side.
I
We
don't
have
understand why we're talking that kind of quality and quantity. Because I'm thinking time. So most of the people on this call, most of the people on this listening to us are in small businesses.
Mhm.
Okay. Most of us, most of you, and if you're not, I apologize, but most of us are small businesses. We don't have the quantities of 15 billion people, okay? Like he's thinking of.
we wish.
I am thinking, when we're talking, most of us with our businesses and our quality time and our personal lives is what we're supposed to be talking about, quality and quantity, is I want to go back to the personal with quality and quantity.
But you gotta let me finish it.
What?
Let me finish it so I can finish off my statement.
Okay,
and then
because
we'll
it
go.
makes no sense in this group. Go ahead.
Because now, well, it does.
Go ahead. Hurry.
Because now we talk about the other portion of this that we put into our thread is perception. Because no matter what your quality is, no matter what your quantity is, there are going to be people who like it and there's going to be people who don't like it.
And I don't care what they think then. I went to the garden party.
All I could think was bougie.
Well, because I'm thinking of our sponsors, A Squared Promos. They do massive quantities of swag. their quality does not go down because they choose the people who make the swag for them. Embellished Butterfly. She has expanded her team to a lot of people building these really sparkly, but she's got templates. She's got things that their quality has not changed. And she does not accept less than the quality she originally started with. So unless she gets into 15 billion, I can assure you she's still going to be walking through that train line saying that sparkles in the wrong place. Okay. And the same thing with 182, Inc. 182. They have went from a small mom and pop shop to this huge office with massive machines. She still looks at every t-shirt and every hat and does, okay, that's off. Let's get rid of that. Nope. I want a new producer. This shirt's not quality. So the group of people that we are talking to aren't talking at the McDonald's and Chick-fil-A level. Okay. They are small businesses under 100 employees.
You realize I'm not disagreeing with you on any of this.
Quality versus, I'm just trying to get you to a more, an example that's more into the sphere of the people we're talking with.
I think they understand.
I think they do. So let's get to the personal side on the quality and quantity.
It's all right. Olene says I'm giving too much information today. So.
It's too much. But and so my thought process is now we're on the personal side, quality versus quantity. In the personal life, some people say, well, my relationship is wonderful. Oh, really? I'm very unhappy. Why are you unhappy? Well, because we spent a lot of time together. That's great. Yeah, but that's it. The perception is there's no quality in the quantity of time.
Well, I'm going to really take this down a road of personal.
I'm going into time and people.
Right. And I'm going to take this down the road that you kind of want, I think you want to go down on the personal side of it is that's what we think about the parents who work outside the home a lot of times, or the entrepreneurs like we are. We have to decide about our time and our quality and all that other stuff, quantity and quality when it comes to our families, when it comes to our kids. Okay. Just because you're home doesn't mean that you're actually spending quality time.
Yeah. And
you might be spending a lot of time home as an entrepreneur, but you're going through the books, you're playing games on this and you're doing this and that, or watching TV, but you're not spending that quality time with your kids.
I'm thinking most entrepreneurs, especially during COVID when we're all at home, our kids were in the same room with us, but we were on our computers. So yeah, I spent a lot of time with you. You never spent time with me, mom and dad. Yes, we did. No, you didn't. And then you ask the kid from their point of view and they do, well, you were there, but you never spoke to me. You didn't even know if I ate or not. You didn't see that's quality versus quantity. Yes, you gave them a lot of quantity, but there was no quality time. So when you're looking at your relationships, think about that. Are you there? Or are you really there? And we're about to do work on this February 12th, this Valentine's soiree. I'm going to plug the Valentine's soiree. Think about that.
Look at our Facebook pages. You'll find the link.
When you go on a date. So for those of you who are single out there, when you go on a date, or if you're married and you go on a date and you're out with your spouse or your significant other, the person you're dating, and you're doing this the entire time.
Oh, that's a societal thing.
No.
It is. It really is.
Quality time with them? Or is that just quantity time with them?
Right. Well, it's not just a date. That's also with your kids. And when you go out to dinner or you go to a hockey game.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
When you're out on a date and you are not paying attention to them.
Oh, I define date as like two people.
No, you're out. I used to go on family dates. So if you're out and about with someone you're supposedly giving quality time to, and you're not talking, you're looking down at your phone, that is not quality time. That's taking up space.
Walk into any restaurant and you'll see it.
Yeah.
Seriously, any sit down restaurant, you'll go to a thing and there's like 4 people in the family or 6 people in the family and all 6 of them.
And then you'll see me, if you ever see me out and I'm on my phone, you know what I'm texting? I'm so glad we're out here looking at our phones. And I'll be texting that to my family. I'm so glad we're out here talking on our phones.
As it pops up as a notification.
And if this is the only way I'm going to be talking to you on your phone, I would appreciate if you would turn it off. You know, that kind of thing. Because quality versus quantity. And you got to think about the different levels of love languages. There are people who need words of affirmation. Some people just need like physical touch. Some people need, what's the other one? Love, physical touch. I can't remember the other 2 because I'm not them.
Are you talking about the love languages?
Yeah, the 4 love languages. It's physical touch, words of affirmation. The other one is doing service, acts of service. And then the fourth one was, I can't remember the fourth.
I don't remember all of them.
Well, anyways, the
It's
thing
been
is,
a long time since I've seen that one.
yeah, but so anyways, the thing about that is know the people around you and how they give love and how they need love back. If you're with someone like me who loves quality time and you're out and you're not talking to me and looking in my eyes, you are not there. You might as well not be there. You see, that's how my brain works. If you're with someone who's a physical touch person and you're out and about and you talk up a storm, but you never do this, you're not there.
Hey, your hands are warm.
And then the other thing is,
it's not normal for her.
I'm usually cold. And then the other thing is like, same with the, what did I say? Acts of service. If someone has acts of service as a love language, and you're always talking to them and you keep touching them, but you never actually do anything like, make a meal for them or find a gift and just hand it to them, those kind of things, you're not there for them. So go look up that love language thing, because that's also the quality and quantity aspect of relationships. You may be giving a lot of something and it's not what they recognize as love. Quality versus quantity.
We're back to perception.
It's the perception about it all.
I could probably talk all day on perception. The reason why is because there's a lot of things personally that we do that we think we're great at, and then other people don't think we are. Then there's other things that go on where we just think that it was lousy.
And it's the best thing you've ever done.
But to somebody else, it's the best thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, success is that way. I mean, perception of success. Most people don't see the work that you've put behind things. They don't see the time that you've spent. They don't see all of this kind of stuff that goes on over the last 5 years. And then you present yourself and they either love you or hate you. But those that hate you don't recognize the fact that it didn't just come out of the blue.
And then we'll go back to that example that Brian started with, what brought this topic on in the first place. I've been working with somebody and I was giving them quality and quantity. And they don't want the quality. They want only the quantity.
I think it's quantity, but I also think part of it is too, they don't know how to utilize it. They're not sitting back and looking at it and going, ooh, I could use this to my advantage. Again, I always talk about taking advantage of your friends and your coworkers and all this other kind of stuff, because I don't think taking advantage should be a negative thing.
No, especially
it's
if you're
taking
benefiting
advantage
you
of
both.
right. It's taking advantage of your resources and doing things like that. It's using those tools in your toolbox. So when somebody looks at you and says, well, that's just disruptive. Well, maybe they're not thinking about how they can utilize you or take advantage of you, by my definition, and make their business grow, because we're all in it together. I mean, if you're an entrepreneur, typically we're all in it together because we all understand each other. I mean, believe me, when you're in a household of an entrepreneur and somebody that works, such as your spouse, you can see that difference in thought processes. You can see the difference in why don't you get a job as an entrepreneur? Why don't you go get a job? There's all these things that go on there, and it's all part of that perception. So if you look at two people that are not understanding each other in the business world, you can also go, do they really understand what's happening here? Are they looking at the fact that I can be an asset? And I think that's where the problem lies at the moment. They're not looking at you as an asset. They're looking more from the negative perception side.
And it comes from something from their past that they've put some label on, and they've distinguished something and have targeted whatever on someone else. Back on this whole perception and playing on each other's strengths. I am very easily distracted. Okay. And my husband is very organized. Instead of him saying, well, you just get organized already, you entrepreneur, and you can't do all this book stuff. Instead of complaining about it, he says, I got this. You go out there, you go fly, you go do what you do, and I will keep it organized because that's what I do well. It's a good yin yang thing. So find someone who accents your weaknesses and amplifies your strengths, and you do the same.
You know, I haven't. I got this.
Yes, he
Michael
does.
says, I got this. He does, really. He finds stuff that we have no idea about. Hopefully he don't find anything on me because it's going to be ugly.
Well, I'm telling you, he found a video of me on Carafun, and it's just audio with a Carafun image of me singing a song I don't remember singing.
From like 2011 or 12 or something like
2019.
that? Was it 19? Okay, I thought it was.
And because I was playing in an app called Carafun, he found it, and it's got like like 290,000 hits of me singing some song. And I can't remember the name of the song. Night and Day.
Right.
Night and Day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now,
And it's definitely me. And I'm like, holy smokes. I don't remember doing it. Okay, sorry. I'm distracted.
you were just crazy today. Michelle, you're singing, of course.
I did.
Anyway, one of the things, because we're talking about personal and we're talking about perception, and on the personal side, I just thought of one. My mother-in-law, who is no longer with us, God rest her soul, kind of thing. She had this thing that she always called me son number 2.
Why?
Because she has one son and I'm son number 2 as the son-in-law. Now, from her perception, there was nothing wrong with that. Because I'm son number 2. Logically speaking, I was son number 2.
That wasn't an insult. Yeah.
To her. But to me, you know what that did to me?
You'll never need number 1.
I'll never need number 1. I was so downgraded because, you're number 2. I hated it. I really did. But that was my perception of it. I understood the logic behind it.
You know why it upset him? Because he's the only child and he wanted to be number 1.
Well, I was an only child. I was raised an only child, but heck, there's another story about
but
all kinds of
you
stuff.
were raised as an only
Right.
child.
But when my mother-in-law says son number 2, I'm like, no, don't put that on my Facebook. To me, that's kind of degrading. I wouldn't say it's demeaning, but it's kind of degrading in a way. So it all comes back to that perception.
Yeah, because my family, there was 6 of us. So we do, hey, number 1.
Yeah, but you were all 6 in
number
the same
2.
family.
Hey, number 4. Hey, 5 and 6.
But I didn't like it because I was being put down by my mother-in-law.
And she didn't mean it that way.
I know she didn't. But it really irritated me when she did it because she's like, on birthday, happy birthday, son number 2.
I thought that was a compliment.
I didn't think it was.
She incorporated you into their family.
So it's all, again, all goes back to perception. Quantity,
So
quality,
the next
perception.
time you are having problems where you're thinking, I'm at the garden party and I can't please everybody, you got to please yourself. Remember that
Always.
it's also perception of what you're seeing in front of you. Sometimes it's not about it. Not sometimes, it's pretty much never about you. It's about the perception of the other person and that the perception of you. And remember, everyone's got their own perception. I know I'm talking in circles, but that's really what it is. Their perception, your perception. And I say the quote, I'm going to say it again, Byron Katie. There was 3 types of business.
I actually figured out who she was now.
Good.
I had no idea. I thought she was just I actually thought she was somebody from our time frame.
Mm-mm.
And then I got to looking, something brought it up one day and I found out that she is not from our time
She's
frame.
brilliant and huge. Amazing. Anyways, 3 types of business in this world. There is my business, the other person's business, God and the universe's business.
And nobody's business.
And then there's nobody's business. But the thing is nobody. But anyways, whenever you go through all of that, always run that through your head really quick when you're getting offended and realize this isn't my business. This is that other person's problem. It's their problem that they have with me. It's not my problem. I'm not doing anything if you're not doing anything. And realize you're out of that equation. Let them think what they want. Walk away.
Okay.
I walked. So
I'm going to take that high horse.
thank you so much.
Put it in the stables.
Thank you so much for joining us on Denim and Pearls today. My name is Michelle Moraz.
And I'm Brian Swanson.
And we will see you hopefully next week, Friday. We will be.
What are we doing next week, Friday? Because we're going to be in Dallas.
We're going to be in Dallas. I'm bringing my laptop. So we're going to have a weird thing going on, but we'll come on. So we'll see you next week, Friday, noon Mountain Standard Time. We will be coming on at 1:00 Central Time because we'll be in Dallas. And
if you want to have part of that excitement that's going on, that new thing that we just announced, and you want to be part of our show, want to be interviewed, make sure you look over on the Facebook page. There will be a Calendly link and all that other kind of stuff where you can go in and see if you want to be part of the show.
Yep, you apply because we're not just letting everybody in. You're going to apply, and then we'll find out how you fit in our show and how we would work with you and how we would interview with you, and then we'll go on. So it's not a fast process. It'll probably take a week or 2 before we do it, but
Come on, the first show won't be until March.
Yeah. So come on, sign up. And if you know someone you think that would do really, really well on our show because you don't want to come on, send them over.
Sorry, Helene. I'll be in Dallas next week.
She lives in Texas.
I know. She said I can't come.
Oh.
She said that the last time, and I snuck in and I snuck out. She didn't see me.
Well, take care, everybody. We'll see you next week. And until next time, My name is Michelle Moras.
I'm Brian Swanson
We are Denim and Pearls. We are business casual
with Pearls of Wisdom.
from the porch.
Peace.